I am Isabella of France, born in the grand halls of the Louvre Palace in Paris in 1389, a daughter of King Charles VI of France and Queen Isabeau of Bavaria. My life was destined to bridge two great nations, though I was but a child when I became the Queen of England. It was in 1396 that my world truly changed. Barely 7 years old, I was betrothed to Richard II, the King of England, a man 20 years my senior. This was not a union of love but a calculated move to bring peace between our nations, weary from the ongoing 100 Years' War. Despite my tender age, I was thrust into the role of a queen, a symbol of hope and reconciliation between France and England. I remember the day of my departure vividly. The Seine sparkled under the autumn sun, and tears blurred my vision as I left my beloved France behind. Upon arriving in England, I was greeted by grand ceremonies, but beneath the pageantry, I felt a profound sense of isolation. England was not my home, it was a foreign land, with customs and a language I barely understood. Richard, my husband, was kind and courteous to me. Despite his reputation as a ruler prone to authoritarian impulses, he treated me with respect and affection, as one might a beloved younger sister. He often sought my company, sharing tales of his troubled reign. His court was divided, his nobles restless, and rebellion brewed just beneath the surface. Yet, I could do little to help. I was a queen in title, not in power, and my youth rendered me more an ornament than an advisor. My most cherished moments with Richard were during his quiet evenings when he would read poetry to me or walk with me in the royal gardens. In those times, I saw not a king but a man yearning for peace in a kingdom tearing itself apart. He often spoke of his vision for England, a land of prosperity and harmony, though such dreams seemed impossible amid the constant strife. But storm clouds darkened over our lives. In 1399, Richard's rule crumbled under the weight of betrayal. His cousin, Henry Bolingbroke, returned from exile to claim the throne. Richard was captured and imprisoned, and I was sent to the Tower of London for my safety, though it felt more like captivity. At just 10 years old, I witnessed the collapse of my husband's reign and the brutality of political machinations. I pleaded for Richard's life, though my voice carried little weight in the tumult of England's power struggles. The news of his death in 1400 reached me like a dagger to the heart. My marriage, brief as it was, had bonded me to him in ways I could not fully comprehend until he was gone. After Richard's fall, I was returned to France, where my childhood resumed, though I was no longer the same girl who had left. My time in England had taught me the fragility of power and the cost of peace. In my heart, I carried the memory of a king who dreamed of a better world but fell to the relentless tides of history. I was later married to Charles, Duke of Orleans, and began a new chapter in my life. Yet, the years I spent as Queen of England remain etched in my soul, a time of innocence lost and lessons learned. Though history may remember me as a child queen, I know that I played a small part in a grander tale, a fleeting bridge between two warring nations. Even now, I wonder if Richard's dreams of peace might have come true had he been given more time. Perhaps, in some way, our union was not in vain, for it symbolized the enduring hope that even amidst conflict, the seeds of reconciliation can be sown.